Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Wednesday, April 30th, 2025. This is my pre-market report, but I want to focus on the bigger picture with this particular video. Let's just start off with this. How the market is set up this morning, it's not a good setup here. Understanding the dynamics that are in play right now. And it's really, of course, not about the freaking freak show stock market that has no bearing on reality. Multiple expansion cycle like we've never seen before in history. This mechanism to artificially suppress rates, kill the currency to prop up the stock market. The Fed buying it all, 10-year yield lower, dollar still weak, hoping for some kind of a lifeline that it's not going to get. Stock futures lower this morning on the back of garbage, a fantasy deal from Lutnick. We have a done deal, but we can't tell you which nation it's with. Make that one up. And then you got President Trump on here talking about how he made 200 trade deals already. Meanwhile, he can't name one. Can you? You can't make that up either, can you? We're in collapse. And the mechanism here is to keep people deceived, distracted. Look here, don't look over there. You got commodities this morning getting crushed. You got cryptocurrencies getting hit. This thing is coming apart. But the real issue is, again, the economy. What's happening to we the people, the middle class, small businesses, and what we can expect moving forward. So I put a timeline together for you. I hate doing this, but I feel that this is important information. And to the best of my ability, I have put together a timeline for you. I'm going to read through this. Now, right now, this is in your inbox. If you subscribe to my newsletter, people, this is 100% free. There is a link in the description of this video. This is in your inbox right now. I'm going to urge you to read through this in its entirety, let it sink in, and you are free to disagree with me. As a matter of fact, I hope some of you do, okay? With this video, I'm going to cover this as I always do when I put something out for you, which is quite often as of late. I have tripled my effort, in case you haven't noticed, to get information out to you guys and girls, actionable information to keep you guys on top of what's happening, not the distractions, the deceptions, the look here, how great we're doing, going to be all rich. No, you can't make that stuff up. But this is part of the diabolic, I don't know another way to put this, set of dynamics that are in play right now. So let's cover this together, you and I, and we'll talk more about this at the end. So, economy in free fall. Timeline to full-on collapse. People, this is accelerating and it's getting worse. Don't take my word for it. Look at their own data. Just from yesterday alone, it doesn't stop. The trade deficit, a record high. You think that's the last one? We're going to get another record, then another record, then another record. Deficit's ballooning. The UK has just joined the United States, hitting military targets in Yemen. We're now going on 7 weeks, 24/7, costing you, the American people, hundreds of billions of dollars that we don't have to fund a war to stop terrorism, to free shipping lanes. No, to allow the Fed to inflate. And that's why you're hearing calls for a weaker dollar out of our president. While you're hearing we need lower rates, and we're going to talk about that in my timeline. So let's cover this anyway. So, economy in free fall, timeline to full-on collapse. Lions, please take the time to read through this in its entirety. Again, this is in your inbox. Timeline. Below, I have put together the most likely scenario moving forward based on a massive amount of data. People, that's all I look at. So, May, June, this year, expect weakening economic prints. We know that's going to happen. It's a no-brainer. Credit warnings. This is where it starts to get ugly, and soft earnings reports. July, August. Market shock, a high probability of a credit event. Defaults, regional bank issues. Save this video and save this paper so you can see if we got this correct. Fall. This year, expect a major Fed response, liquidity injections into the system. Winter, recession, undeniable. How about depression on a massive scale? Anyway, liquidity injections begin again, of course. And job losses surge, commodities spike. Let us move forward. Lions. Credit markets are tightening. You know, if you followed my work for any length of time, this is the key to the system. The global system works upon debt, upon credit, the availability of debt and credit to flow through the system. It's a debt-based system. We don't have a wealth-based system. You all know that. It's a curse upon mankind and womankind. Okay. Anyway, you all understand what's happening now. The debt markets are being fueled with more and more debt. This is a time bomb. It's going to go off with such ferocity. People's heads are going to spin around like the freaking exorcist. Anyway, so Lions, credit markets are tightening. Banks are lending less. Defaults are rising. Corporate bankruptcies are climbing. This is all stuff you can see right now. I'm just outlining it for you. Retail investors are pulling capital and institutions are hoarding cash. All of this is happening right now as we speak. Small business is collapsing. Small business collapse equals systemic failure. Small business are the backbone or the real engine of the economy, and they are being crushed by higher operating costs, reduced consumer demand, rising insurance, wage, and debt servicing pressures. We all know this because this is happening right now, but they're letting us in on the big secret. All this is directly due to the current environment which we're in. I don't even need to talk about it anymore. And this is not recoverable in the short term because it's only going to get worse because there's not a single roadblock right now being put up to stop any of it. So let's move forward. Once the small business backbone cracks, and it already is, the ripple effect hits labor, then housing, then consumer spending across the board. Mass layoffs on deck. People, we're already hearing about it. It's already happening. We're already starting to see major layoffs, especially in tech, finance, and even logistics. The real tsunami hasn't hit yet. But when it does, okay, everyone's going to be taken by surprise, except you, because you follow this blog. Unemployment will spike fast and confidence will collapse. Watch for an unexpected uptick in initial jobless claims over the next few reports. It's always unexpected. No one saw this one coming except you and I. Housing is losing altitude. What did we just find out? Mortgage demand is collapsing. Commercial real estate, people, we've touched on this from time to time over the last few years, but it's a dead man walking here in the United States as well. Office vacancies, refinancing risk equal detonation. It's going to go off. It's a time bomb as well. The consumer is tapped out. Again, this is all over the news. Don't listen to Greg Mannarino anymore. Credit card balances all-time high. Delinquency is rising. Real wages stagnant or declining after adjusting for real inflation, not the sugar-coated garbage that they throw at you, the CPI numbers here. Consumer sentiment is falling and they're pulling back fast. Can I get a duh? All this is just their own information. This is what I just told you is what they're allowing you to know is happening right now. But again, listen to Trump's speech at 100 days. We're winning. Tell me where we're winning. One place. One. The only thing President Trump has done, which needed to be done and it was good, was to shut down the borders, to close the borders. The rest of it has been nothing but a massive failure on a scale I don't think we've ever seen before in the first 100 days of any president, going back to George Washington. This has been an abysmal meltdown, and you think this is just by accident? How about it's all right here for you? Where this all leads, people, the stock market, equity markets will follow once credit tightens under further layoffs and this layoff surge. The everything bubble will burst, not from a pin, okay, but of course, at a time of their choosing, but it will collapse on the weight of its own leverage. We have a system that is leveraged beyond its eyeballs and then some. Leveraged on what? Debt and credit. Does that sound about right to you, or is Greg just making this stuff up? Expect a sudden credit event. I've been talking about this for quite a while. Expect a sudden credit debt event followed by a market sell-off. What we're seeing right now in the stock market, this is nothing. This is nothing. We're not seeing anything real action here in the debt market. 10-year yields isn't spiking. As a matter of fact, it's cratering. Why? The Fed's buying all the debt. You're not allowed to know this here. We have nations around the world dumping debt, dumping dollars. Who's buying it all? It's the Federal Reserve. Those dollars that have already been set in motion, that are already causing inflation, there's not a single roadblock that President Trump has put up so far. Not a single anything to stop it. Just more tax on the American people via these tariffs, which he's backing off on every day as the caveman that he is. We know he's a caveman. He's caving because he caved during his last tenure. Oh, you didn't remember that? You can't make this stuff up. You can't. So anyway, small business collapse equals systemic breakdown. The backbone of the U.S. economy, small business being choked out deliberately. Higher input costs, weakening demand, debt burdens, and rising insurance premiums are breaking their backs. And this is the end of local enterprise in favor of what? The corporate agenda and the beginning of mass labor contraction. Liquidity is vanishing, people. Banks are tightening lending, institutions are hoarding, and the velocity of money is flatlining. You know about this because I've only been telling you since time immemorial. This is pre-recession behavior on steroids, which I mean pre-depression. Mass layoffs are coming and they've already started. Tech and finance have already begun trimming, but the real bloodletting is still ahead. We know this. Watch closely for a surge of initial jobless claims, unexpected. Once that starts, it will accelerate fast with ripple effects on housing, consumer spending, and consumer confidence, which is already happening. We just got a print on consumer confidence, a 12-year low. The consumer is tapped out. We already know this. Let's just cover it real quick. Credit cards maxed out, delinquencies rising, wages losing ground against real inflation. People are breaking, and when they stop spending, that's going to hit corporate earnings. The Fed. Rates, when the Fed starts to cut rates, this will confirm the collapse. Why do you think we have a president calling for a weaker dollar? How does that help you? It doesn't. Big clue. Imagine a weaker dollar from where you are now, meaning you have to use more of your weaker dollars to buy anything. This is, again, you have to understand. In this case, we have a president who is a servant of Satan, okay, who's destroying you from the inside, and his crowds are cheering it on. They're all paid. You understand that these rallies that you see, they're all being paid, especially the people behind them. They're all being paid to be there. Now, where's the solution? You know what the solution is. Return purchasing power to the currency immediately. We could turn this all around like that. You know we can. President Trump knows we can. But what you're going to hear is we need lower rates. We need a weaker currency. And again, you're going to see no presidential address to the nation explaining why you need a weaker dollar on the back of lower rates. You're not going to see that. Or maybe you will as some kind of a deceptive tactic, because there are people out here who have low IQ syndrome, who follow that thing, creature, vomitous mass, puke that he is, just like Biden. Same words I used for Biden: creature, freak, vomitous, puke, mummy man. Remember all the names I had for Biden? We're going to put them all on the orange creature, whatever it is. He looks like an Oompa Loompa, doesn't he? Sorry I'm putting him down, picking on his looks here, but you know what? It's not human. President Trump is not human. He may look human, but he's not. He's a servant of the devil, and these things are not human beings. If that bothers you, if that hurts you, I really don't give a damn. Because you see, this guy here is going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not. Now, you are free to disagree with everything I put here in whole or in part. If you do, I'll tell me where I got this wrong. Here's my challenge to you, those of you that Greg is this and a Greg is that. Instead of, I don't know, personally attacking me, go ahead if you want to. I don't really give a damn. Don't bother me at all. It makes me laugh. Find one thing here in these 3 pages that you can present an argument against. My challenge is, I dare you. I dare you to do it. Because I'm using their own words against them. That's what I'm doing. This is what they're allowing us to know. So let's see, those of you that want to, the paid shills. There's a lot of paid shills that are paid to try to discredit this channel. Ain't working. We're growing exponentially. Want to pick on me personally? Go ahead. I laugh it off. The bricks and the stones that you throw at me personally, I use them to build. That's what I do. So keep throwing those stones at me. Keep throwing those rocks at me and my lions. Me and my lions use these stones to build. That's what we do with them. So please, keep throwing those stones, because I will build a fortress like you can't even believe, me and my lions here. Because this is a channel for winners. This is for people who understand what's actually happening, not the sheep that have been dumbed down into some twisted reality that doesn't even exist anymore. 200 trade deals so far. Can't name one, can you? Lutnick, Licknut, with this mystery deal. It's a done deal, but he can't tell you what nation it is. People are buying this. I want you to think about what I just said. There are some that believe it. What does that tell you? Love you guys and girls. I really hope you got something out of this video. It's very important. Please, if I've earned you a thumbs up, only if I've earned it, please give me a thumbs up. Please share the video. And again, I want to hear from you. Good, bad, or indifferent. What do you think of that? I'll see you later. 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern for the live stream, people. I got your back always. Never forget that.